LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K22 Universe mode. Welcome back to Monday Night Raw, where we are kicking off with the return of the former World Heavyweight Champion. Please welcome Seth Rollins. Rollins here tonight to address the LS11 Universe and provide an injury update. He's fortunately able to walk under his own power, but you can see that knee brace there on his left leg. He's a little bit banged up still, but Seth Rollins is here tonight, and he is going to address his status in LS11 Universe. This is the first time we have seen Rollins since the Raw after WrestleMania. So, welcome back to Raw, Seth. As we are on the road to No Mercy. We got plenty coming up tonight on Raw as well. A huge main event coming up later tonight of Pete Dunne versus Ilja Dragunov. You can see Rollins climbing the ropes there just to show he's getting better every day. So Seth Rollins, the Kingslayer, is here. The man who was voted as Superstar of Season 3 of the LS11 Universe. This crowd is very excited to see the Kingslayer back on Raw. See Rollins kind of testing out his knee a little bit. He is almost ready, but let's hear from Seth Rollins. Hey everyone! Guess you probably didn't expect to see me here tonight. I asked Mick Foley if I could be here tonight. We're not too far from home for me, so I figured after vanishing for 6 weeks, I probably owed you all my side of the story, and obviously, I'm still not medically cleared. What happened was a lot. I wrestled week in and week out in Season 3. I wrestled almost every week. Sometimes twice a week with pay-per-views. And, well, putting that much pressure on myself week in and week out, and especially once I got the World Heavyweight title, I wasn't slowing down. And my doctor told me, Seth, you've got to slow it down. You're gonna hurt yourself. And being stubborn, I didn't listen. And ultimately what happened was, a couple months ago, on the Raw after WrestleMania, I was defending the world title against Matt Riddle, as we all saw. Hell of a match. And, well, when I came off the top rope that final time, and I hit the ground, I felt something in my knee kind of pop. And it was a lot like that injury I got many years ago at that house show against Kane. And as soon as I felt it, I went, oh no, not again. But I finished the match with Matt, and I went for it, and I pulled out the win. And then Cody shows up, and Cody kicked my knee out from under me a few times. And afterwards, they helped me to the back, and I went to the doctor, the trainer, and they all told me the same thing. They told me, you pushed yourself too hard. We told you not to do that. And so, as for a timetable on my return, it's sooner rather than later. Don't worry, this is not another 9-month injury scare. The doc told me I should be back next 2 months at the least. So I just wanted to make sure nobody forgot about me. And, thanks for all the support for so long. And, I guess I'll see you soon. What the? Well, hang on. Here's the leader of Diamond Mine, Drew Gulak's here. Gulak marching down to the ring. Seth Rollins looks about as confused as the rest of us. Seth, Drew Gulak here, you know, leader of Diamond Mine. It's good to see you. You're looking, well, I'd say good, but you look like crap right now. I mean, look at that giant target on your knee. You should have stayed gone when I and the rest of Diamond Mine stopped you from winning Money in the Bank last year. Because lo and behold, we're on the same show again, and, well, now you're injured, and what'd you say? 2 months at the longest before we see you again? Well, why don't I make it an even longer time? Turn around, Drew. Oh, wait a minute! Rollins turns Gulak around! RKO! Randy Orton has finally arrived to Monday Night Raw! Hold it down for me while I'm gone, Orton. Yeah, see you soon, champ. Welcome to Raw. Well, with all of that, welcome to Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. We are kicking off the show with some tag team action, as here come the Viking Raiders to the ring. Been a little while since we've seen them. 5 matches a week is, more than enough for recording, but it's not enough to get everyone on the card, unfortunately. That's why all the little result cards have started appearing as of last week. So the Viking Raiders making their way to the ring. Eric and Ivar back on Monday Night Raw. The inaugural Raw Tag Team Champions in the LS11 Universe are here. So the Viking Raiders are here. Randy Orton officially on Raw after his SmackDown contract was terminated at Payback a few weeks ago. Seth Rollins has provided an injury update, and we're only 7 minutes into the show. So the Viking Raiders make their way to the ring. They're going to be taking on the team that, as of right now, appears to be slated for the Raw Tag Team title match at No Mercy in a few weeks. So the Viking Raiders have made their way to the ring. They're going to be taking on the D'Angelo family. The Don on Monday night says he wants gold. He's been hardcore champion quite a few times, but he wants Raw Tag Team titles next. You can see Stacks chanting Lorenzo and the Muscle Omos in his corner. It's going to be Stacks and the Boss, Tony D, in this matchup here tonight. Omos abandoned Miz and joined D'Angelo. I hear Tony's got health benefits is why. Apparently the D'Angelo family provides dental, is what I've heard. So, the D'Angelo family making their way to the ring. They've got their sights set on New Day, or No Mercy. We already saw last week where Tony called the shot and had Kofi and Woods taken out backstage. So let's see what the D'Angelo family are capable of. This is the first time we're seeing them in tag team action in LS11. So it's Ivar and Stacks starting it out. Here we go. Stacks went for a clothesline, but Ivar, oh my god. Clothesline from a springboard. Now Stomp grabs onto him. Ivar, there's a kick, knocks back Stacks. Pulls him in, scoops him up. Stacks slides out of it. Chop block. Grabs onto Ivar now, and Stacks, no, gets shoved away. Ivar. Stacks went for a drop kick, and Ivar grabs him, and now Ivar gets him up, and knee to the face of Stacks. Tag made to Eric. Now Eric grabs onto him, knee to the face, takes down Stacks again. Now Eric picks him up. Uranagi takes him down. For a kick, Stacks sweeps the leg. Oh, there's a kick to the face from Eric again. Stacks being the sacrificial lamb for the D'Angelo family right now. Stacks, there's a kick to Eric, punches him in the back. Now Stacks getting him back up to his feet. I believe this is the first time we're seeing Stacks wrestle on the show as well. He throws him into the corner. Tag made to Tony. And now Tony D'Angelo up to the middle rope, and a double axe handle from the Don of Monday nights. Punch to the back, and again, knocks him back. Tony grabs him, launches him into the corner, clotheslines him. Down he goes, and Tony D'Angelo mounting him now, punching him in the face, taking him down. There's a kick as well. Tony D now getting him back up to his feet. Tony D'Angelo firing away. There's a kick. Now Eric answering back. Pulls him in. Gut wrench powerbomb. Takes him down. Now a tag is made back to Ivar. I don't know if you've noticed, it's taken a little getting used to for me to call them Ivar and Eric. They were Hanson and Rowe for the first 3 seasons, then we moved to 2K22. And now, there's a stun gut. Ivar kicks D'Angelo in the back. Now Ivar hits the ropes, goes for a splash, but the boss rolls out of the way. And now Tony D with a kick. Tony D'Angelo showing why he's a former hardcore champion, why he is the man with the most hardcore title reigns, and the man who escapes with the hardcore title more often than anyone. Throws him across the ring. Tony D'Angelo combined is the longest reigning hardcore champion as well, I believe. As he kicks out there, Ivar's got him down. Ivar goes for right hook, takes him down. Tony D is the man who took William Regal out of the LS11 Universe several months ago now. Final episode of 2K19 for Raw. As here comes Eric back into the ring. Tony D'Angelo grabs him. Northern Lights from Tony. Gets him up, and another one. But a rope break's going to save Eric on that one. Tony D rolled him a little too close to the ropes. There's a clothesline from Eric to D'Angelo. Tag made to Ivar. Ivar now back into the ring. Spinning wheel kick. Cover. 1. No. Eric grabs onto Stacks, launches him, but Ivar catches him now, and Ivar throws him across the ring. Stacks is down. Oh, Stacks sweeps the legs. And Tony D takes down Eric. D'Angelo, small package. 1, no. Ivar got the shoulders up. Ivar, cover of his own. 1, 2, woo! Nearly pulled a fast one on D'Angelo. And the Don trying to crawl towards his corner. Ivar counters now, and Ivar grabs hold of him. Tony D'Angelo counters. And now D'Angelo pulls him in, and Tony with the swinging neck breaker. But a rope break's going to save Ivar on that one. D'Angelo throws a kick at Eric. Tony D'Angelo punches Eric in the face and says, stay out of the Don's business. He gets Ivar back to his feet now, and D'Angelo with Ivar into the corner. And Tony D, tag made, 2 Stacks. Channing Lorenzo punches him in the ribs. Chop block to Ivar. Oh, wait a minute. Eric's back in. Eric is back in. Big discus forearm. Stacks is down. Now Eric. Gut wrench suplex to Stacks. What is Eric thinking here? Eric lined up. Went for a running knee. Stacks got him with a kick to the ribs. And now Stacks pushed away by Eric. Tag made back to Ivar. And Stacks telling Ivar, bring it on. Stacks gets him with a kick to the ribs, and Stacks. Oh, look at the strength there into a brain buster. Cover. 1, 2. No. Maybe if he'd hooked the leg, he would have gotten him. But that was definitely not it. Putting the knee just across him and that very cocky cover was not going to be enough. Tag made back to the Dawn of Raw. Tony D'Angelo off the ropes. Double axe handle. Oh, Eric knocks Stacks back with a knee, and Stacks countered. D'Angelo takes down Ivar. Now Tony D getting Ivar back up to his feet. Tony, Northern Lights into a second. 1, 2, 3. Tony D'Angelo pins Ivar. The D'Angelo family established themselves as one of the top teams on Raw with that win. A hell of a tag team match to kick us off on Raw. The D'Angelo family shows why they belong. You can see right there, I think Stacks might have had it, but he gave Ivar too much room to kick out. So your winners, Channing Lorenzo and Tony D'Angelo, the D'Angelo family in the building. Big win there for the D'Angelo family. Ladies and gentlemen, we go backstage. The Intercontinental Champion, Bron Steiner, up next. Ladies and gentlemen, backstage now with the Intercontinental Champion, Bron Steiner. Yeah, I just wanted to take a moment and remind everyone. I said last week that this week there's going to be an Intercontinental Open Challenge. So if anyone on Raw is man enough, the challenge still stands. Yeah! Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to the ring for some tag team action as Shayna Baszler and Ivy Nile, the Strike Force, making their way to the ring. Dana Brooke and Tamina already in the ring. Shayna and Ivy feel they were wrongfully dismissed as #1 contenders to the women's tag team titles after the events of Raw a few weeks ago, where Fire and Desire got the win while Mandy Rose pinned Ivy Nile, who was not legal in the match at the time. And we saw Fire and Desire get their women's tag team title shot against the Six just last week on Raw. So now tonight, Shayna and Ivy look to bring it back, look to start getting back in their winning ways. So Dana and Shayna, that's a little confusing. One-on-one. Or not one-on-one, but starting the tag match as Shayna gets redirected by Dana to hit the referee there, and Dana Brooke throws Shayna Baszler at the ref, and Shayna Baszler spears Dana Brooke. Of course, I'd like to remind everyone, last time Shayna Baszler and Dana Brooke started a match, it was over, actually a bit like this. Actually, it was over exactly like this, as Shayna Baszler's got the armbar in, but Dana got to the ropes. Now Baszler launches Dana Brooke off the ropes. They collide again, and oh, there's a flapjack into a stun gun from Dana Brooke. Tamina's in, so Shayna says, "Do it," to Ivy Nile, sending her protege in. Ivy Nile kicks out the leg, and now Ivy turns Tamina over, and Ivy Nile into a bulldog choke on Tamina. Well, I mean, I've been informed by reliable sources that there's nobody Mina. Is Tamina gonna have to tap out? Dana Brooke takes the shot and knocks Ivy Nile out of the, oh my god, out of the submission. And Ivy Nile with a gut punch to Dana Brooke, floored her. Tamina knocks back Ivy. Ivy Nile kicks out the leg of Tamina. And now Ivy with Tamina into the corner. Ivy Nile, tag made, Shayna Baszler is in, and Shayna takes down Tamina now, and Shayna, whoa, takes Tamina down. Shayna raining down the palm strikes to Tamina now, grabs the arm of Tamina, but a rope break's gonna save her. There's another clothesline from Baszler. Shayna Baszler now turns her over, and Shayna grabs the leg. Tamina into an enziguri. Knocks her back. And knee to the face. Dana Brooke grabs onto her now, and Dana gets her up. Dana Brooke drops her. And now Dana Brooke with a drop kick into the back to Shayna. Dana Brooke now into a cover. Kick out at 1 from Baszler. Baszler not even going to humor her with a 1 count. Dana Brooke grabs onto her now, and Dana Brooke goes down. Brooke grabs her, headlock, swings her down with a Hurricane Rana. Tag made back to Tamina. Shayna Baszler getting back to her feet, up to one knee at this point. Tamina grabs onto her. Tamina with a clothesline. Now Tamina stomps the arm. Telling her to stay down. Tamina stomps Baszler's arm again, getting her back up to her feet now. And Tamina grabs onto Shayna. Shayna Baszler countering. Elbow strikes knock her away, and Shayna grabs onto her. And Shayna Baszler, no, a knee strike from Tamina, who hits a super kick on Baszler. But a rope break's going to save Shayna, who's immediately back up to her feet now. And Shayna, another takedown. And Shayna Baszler says, you're going to super kick me, I'm going to break your damn arm. And Shayna Baszler's going, oh my god, she pulls the arm back in that arm bar and taps Tamina out quickly. Strike Force, win again. At this point, it's becoming a matter of when and not if for these two to get a tag team title match. A big win there. Strike Force pushing themselves back up in title contention. When do they get their shot at the 6 at this point? A big win there. Strike Force get the win, ladies and gentlemen. We still have plenty to go here on Monday Night Raw. The show's only really just gotten started. So let's move on with more of Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, up next is the Intercontinental Championship match. Time to find out who accepted the challenge. I kind of had a feeling. Dexter Lumis. This is going to be the first time we've seen him in action since his Raw return. Dexter Lumis returned on draft night where he just kind of walked into frame while Tommaso Ciampa was trying to talk. We haven't really seen him much since then. We've seen him kind of lurk around backstage occasionally, but this is going to be his first match since his return, and he could capture the Intercontinental Championship. So Lumis slides his way into the ring. Dexter Lumis is here. Lumis is a big and scary individual, but how is he going to handle the Intercontinental Champion, the Breaker, Bron Steiner? Steiner has been on a rampage as of late, running through everyone that steps in his way. It's how he became the Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania a couple months ago in that big triple threat match. And now Steiner marches his way down to the ring. So Bron Steiner is in the building. Bron Steiner and Dexter Lumis going one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship. So without any further ado, Lumis and Steiner, here we go. Steiner with a right hook. Lumis goes for an uppercut. There's a jab. Lumis knocking him back. Dexter Lumis grabs him for a gut wrench. Suplexes him. He's got him down now, and Dexter Lumis Oh man, Loomis is looking to fly early on here. Loomis went for a leg drop. Steiner out of the way, and now Steiner goes for a clothesline, hits the ropes. Right hand again now, and Steiner gets knocked back. Loomis. Steiner countering Steiner. Elbow strike. And Braun goes for a chop. Loomis grabs him. Loomis suplexes him, knocking him back. Loomis. Steiner back to his feet. There's that chop from Bron Steiner. And another one knocks Loomis back into the ropes. Loomis causes him to tumble out to the floor. And now, oh, the referee telling Loomis to keep his distance as Steiner slides back into the ring. There's a right hook from Loomis. Fires away with chops now, and Dexter Loomis grabs onto Steiner. Steiner countering Bron Steiner. Knocks him back, and Steiner headbutt. Grabs onto him now, and Steiner with Loomis across the ring, back into the corner. Clothesline. And an elbow drop from Braun. Bron Steiner taking him down now. Grabs onto Loomis. Getting him back up to his feet. Steiner with a kick to the ribs. And Bron Steiner firing away on Loomis. Loomis counters. And now Dexter Loomis puts him in the ropes. Grabs onto him. Scoops Steiner up. And drops him into the ropes. And now Loomis. What's he thinking here? Loomis. Clothesline. Into another. And Dexter grabs the leg, kicks out the leg of Bron Steiner. Into a cover. One. No. Steiner kicks out. Getting up to his feet now. Loomis. Oh, Loomis! Into the silence! The silence is in! Is Steiner about to tap? Steiner could pass out, but Steiner going for the midsection. Braun knocks him back, and now Braun. Spear! 1, 2, no! Loomis kicked out. Now Steiner. I'm going to figure out how he's going to counteract Loomis, but Loomis sweeps the leg. Bron Steiner goes down. Loomis now grabs onto him, and Dexter Loomis. DDT to Steiner. Steiner kicks him in the head now, and Braun hits the ropes again. Bron Steiner goes for a punch. Loomis launches him into the corner now. Dexter Loomis. Oh, Steiner out of the way, and now Steiner. Oh, gets caught with an uppercut, and Loomis again fires away on the Intercontinental Champ. Steiner with a jawbreaker, and now Braun. Shoulder block. Knocks him back now, and Loomis. Caught with another clothesline. Steiner now, he's got to figure out what to do next. He gets Loomis up, and now Loomis. There's a jab. Dexter Loomis knocking him back. Uppercut. It's for a chop. Right hook connects, and now Loomis. Oh! Steiner went for a spear, and Loomis sidestepped him. Loomis punches him in the back, and Dexter Loomis grabs onto Bron Steiner. Drops him into the mat. Loomis. Silence! The silence is back in, this time on the ground. Steiner with a knee to the back, and again, and again. Now Steiner hits the ropes. Spear! 1, 2, no! Bron Steiner now getting Loomis up, and Steiner with Loomis. There's the power slam. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Bron Steiner retains the Intercontinental title. The Intercontinental Champion retains. Bron Steiner is still your Intercontinental Champion. Oh, hang on a minute. Well, here's the hardcore champion, the monster of all monsters, Braun Strowman. Strowman, the hardcore champion, emerges from the smoke. Braun and Braun staring face to face. What's going on here? Listen up, kid. You better get out of this ring before I decide I want your title, too. Oh, Steiner squaring up to Strowman. This is a hardcore open challenge, and I bet you don't want to get these hands after what you just went through. So go on. Get out of here. Steiner just pacing as Strowman taunts him. Bron Steiner stepping up in the face of the hardcore champion. Watch your back, Strowman. Watch who you call a kid. Who wants to come get these hands? Well, Steiner has chosen that it's smart not to step up to the monster after going through a war with Dexter Lumis. But Odyssey Jones, on the other hand, is a fresh opponent, and he is staring down Braun Strowman. Odyssey Jones ready to bring the fight to the monster. Odyssey Jones marching down to the ring, tells Braun, bring it on. Oh, look at this. Test of strength here. Hits the ropes one more time. Braun slams him down. Braun Strowman laid down the challenge for someone to come fight him for the hardcore title. Odyssey Jones has stepped up, and Odyssey Jones tries to grab Strowman. Strowman counters, and now Braun scoops him up. Puts him down. 1, 2, 3. Worth a shot, big man. But the monster's on another level right now. Braun Strowman is on another level compared to the last time we saw him. Let's move on with more of Raw, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, this time I'm joined by Jacob Fatu of The Forsaken and Jey Uso. Gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining me for this no-contact interview, agreeing that this will not get physical. Jay, I guess I want to start with you. Yeah, look, Jacob, I can see where your anger comes from towards me, and I know I stayed loyal to Roman maybe a little longer than I should have. But he was a man putting food on my table. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been getting paid as much as I was getting paid this last year. I was able to feed my family. I was able to provide. And yeah, he took it a little far at the end there. But who are you to say how this family should be run when you've been spending the last several years running from this family? Because you're ashamed. Because you're the outcast. You're the black sheep of the family. Joshua, the only sheep in this family is you. You stayed loyal to Roman when he betrayed all of us. But if you want to act like a sheep, then at no mercy, you will be led to slaughter. Well, that was a little intense. We're gonna move on to some singles action up next, I suppose, as here comes Cedric Alexander to the ring. Cedric Alexander, former SmackDown Tag Team Champion. Cedric Alexander tonight has to go one-on-one with the new Dominik Mysterio. We've not seen Dominik wrestle since he attacked his father at Payback a few weeks ago. Here he comes. Eric Bischoff, the man who created WCW in the corner of Dominik Mysterio. He says he sees something in Dominik that he didn't see in Dominik's father all those years ago. Said he always preferred the other guy, talking about Eddie Guerrero. Dominik Mysterio making his way down to the ring. You can see that grin on Eric Bischoff's face as well. He knows he's gotten in the head of Rey Mysterio by picking his son like this. But Dominik, I almost can't blame him, you know, as Dominik Mysterio and I, very similar ages. He's wrestling on national television and I'm commentating video games, so tells you what we've done on... tells you how our lives have been different. My dad wasn't famous. So, anyway. Dominik Mysterio, I can understand some of his frustration, though. His dad was drafted away to a different show. His father, who he'd been a team with for several years here in the WWE already, gets drafted away to a different show. You get called a disappointment, and you're told you weren't wanted by the other show when they took your father away. I can see where there'd be some resentment for Rey not fighting to keep his son on the same show as him, as Dominik Mysterio takes down Cedric, and Mysterio with a standing moonsault gets him back up to his feet now, and Dominik with Cedric into the corner, and Dominik Mysterio, there's an elbow strike. Knocks Cedric down into a missile drop kick in the corner. Dominik getting him back up to his feet now. There's a roundhouse firing away. Mysterio spinning wheel kick. Forearm strike puts him in the corner, and Dominik going into the midsection of Cedric, stomping on him repeatedly now. Dominik's got him down. Dominik Mysterio with a stomp. Getting him back up to his feet now. Dominik. Clothesline. Into another. And he kicks out the leg of Cedric Alexander as well. And Dominik Mysterio staying on top of him here. He gets him up, and Dominik... oh, here we go. The family tradition sets him up. 619. Tells Bischoff out of the way. Goes up to the top. Frog splash. No, Cedric got the knees up. Now Cedric Alexander grabs him, and Cedric gets him up, and Alexander drives him into the mat with a suplex. And Alexander grabs onto him, and Cedric Alexander head scissor. No, rope break's going to save Mysterio on that one. Cedric now going up to the head of Dominik. Takes him down. Dominik Mysterio's down. Cedric getting him back up to his feet, and Cedric Alexander turns him around. Alexander, no. Dominik counters. And Dominik Mysterio into a backslide. Cover. 1, 2, no! Cedric now grabs him, pops him up, and slams him into the mat face first. Dominik goes down. Cedric Alexander's getting fired up here. Alexander. Cedric's got him up now, and Alexander with Dominik pulls him in. Exploder suplex takes him down. Cover. 1. No. And now Cedric hits the ropes. Oh, Dominik knocks him away. Dominik now kicking him back. Dominik Mysterio gonna set him up again. Hits him into the ropes. Dominik dials up a second. 619. Swanton back into the ring. Kicks down Cedric, and now Dominik Mysterio going to the top. And Dominik. Frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Dominik Mysterio takes down Cedric. I thought he was going to get on that first frog splash, but then Cedric starts fighting back. A big win for Dominik Mysterio. Oh, what's he doing? Dominik, what are you doing? Oh no, Dominik's at the ring steps, and Dominik Mysterio smashes them into Cedric Alexander across his face. And Rey Mysterio's not here tonight. He's not going to come out and save Cedric. Dominik bashing a steel chair over him. Dominik Mysterio. Good God. Breaks the chair over the body of Cedric. And Eric says, let's go. Bischoff and Dominik leaving. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go backstage now. John Cena and Tommaso Ciampa are face to face. Let's find out what's going on. You know what, Tommaso? You know what? It's not that I don't like you because you decided to cost me the WWE Championship. Because you know what? If I hated everybody that cost me the WWE title around here, I'd hate everyone that ever existed in wrestling. So you know what? It's not that I don't like you because of that. You know why I don't like you? Because you're a shell of a man. You used to be the baddest man around, and I've said this before. You were the baddest man in WWE. You won every title there was to win. You gave it all in the ring, and you never stayed down. John. I still don't stay down. But here's the difference between you and I. When I lost the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, 28 days later, I was World Heavyweight Champion. When I was screwed out of the World Heavyweight title, 28 days later, I put my knee into the side of the face of the guys that cost me and took their tag titles. When I was screwed out of recapturing Goldie at WrestleMania last year, I didn't sit around and mope. I got sent to Raw, and I started kicking ass of everyone here. Every time I take a loss, I come back bigger and better. When you take a loss, you run away, and you pout for months before you're willing to come back. You lose to Drew at WrestleMania 1, and we don't see you for 6 months. You lose again, and again, and again. And finally, you show back up and you win the Intercontinental title. But what do you do when you lose that? You go away again. And then when you lose to Cody Rhodes in 5 minutes at Survivor Series, what do? You run away again, John. Face it! The reason you don't like me is because when you lose, you run away in embarrassment. But when I lose, I get stronger. And all I've realized now is at this point, I don't have to fight every week. I'm a former World Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental, United States, and Tag Team Champion. That is 3 more titles than you've ever held, and 1 more world title than you're ever gonna hold again in your career. You're ashamed that you're a shell of your former self, John, and you can't step in the ring with the greatest sports entertainer of all time, Tommaso Ciampa. So if you want to fight at No Mercy, you got it. But when I beat you, you better not run away scared again. Prove me wrong, John! Prove me wrong. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after a fiery message from Tommaso Ciampa, it is time for the main event. Here comes the invincible Ilja Dragunov. Dragunov making his way down to the ring. A former North American champion in NXT, and tonight he has an opportunity to go one-on-one with the number one contender to the WWE Championship. It's going to be a first-time ever matchup. Two faces of their generation in NXT. Two men who were champions in NXT at the exact same time in the final episode. Two men with plenty of respect for one another, but who have never faced off in the LS11 Universe one-on-one. The closest we've gotten was WrestleMania when they were in the 8-man ladder match. Ilja Dragunov makes his way to the ring. He's going one-on-one with the man who challenges AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at No Mercy, Pete Dunne. The Bruiserweight making his way to the ring. Former NXT champion 2 times. Former Cruiserweight champion. And now tonight, this is his first Monday Night Raw matchup of his career. Tonight, he goes one-on-one with Ilja Dragunov. Pete Dunne making his way to the ring. Here he comes, the Bruiserweight making his way to the ring. Dunne and Dragunov going to go one-on-one in the main event. Here we go. Dunne and Dragunov. Oh, what a chomp! Dragunov floors Dunne with one move. Now they're back face to face, and Pete Dunne grabs him. Dunne throws Dragunov over the top rope. Dragunov with a forearm strike. Ilja Dragunov up to the top. Pete Dunne caught into a Dragon Whip Hurricane Rana. Dragunov, one. No, Dunne kicks out. Now Dragunov kicking him down. Ilja Dragunov. Well, Pete Dunne flips him over. And now Dunne with a kick to Dragunov, taking him down. Dunne, there's a kick. Dragunov back to his feet. Ilja Dragunov firing back. The Invincible knocks him back, and Dragunov off the ropes. Big knee strike. Takes down Pete Dunne. Dragunov getting him up to his feet now, and Dragunov into a clothesline. And another. Ilja grabs the leg and sweeps the leg of Pete Dunne. Dunne goes down. Dragunov grabs onto him. Ilja getting him back up. And Dragunov with a chop, and Pete Dunne grabs him, and Dunne with Dragunov for a suplex into a cover. One. Kick out from Dragunov. Pete Dunne goes for a stomp. He grabs Dragunov now, grabs him by the back of the head. Taking him towards the ropes. Dragunov in the ropes now. Pete Dunne grabs hold of him, swings him around, punches him in the back. And again. Down goes Ilja. Pete Dunne now getting Ilja Dragunov back to his feet. Enziguri connects. Bruiserweight stomps him in the ribs now, and Pete Dunne kicking Dragunov down. Pete Dunne grabs the arm, bending it back, and Dunne bends back with the arm of Dragunov. And knees into the back. Pete Dunne has him down. Dragunov's down. Dunne gets him up, and Pete Dunne looking to end it early. Dragunov, was ready for the shot there, and Dunne. Big clothesline from Dragunov, floors him. And now Dunne, Dragunov in trouble. Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne now into a triangle choke on Ilja Dragunov. Dragunov in trouble. Dunne's got it locked in. Pete Dunne. Oh, Dragunov deadlifts him, drops him on his back. Ilja Dragunov knocking back the Bruiserweight. And now Dragunov goes for a chop. Dunne grabs onto him. Pete Dunne with Dragunov over the top rope. Out to the floor he goes. Dragunov gets followed by Pete to the outside. Pete Dunne getting him back up to his feet. And Dunne kicks him in the ribs. Pete Dunne pops him up. Oh, we're going to suplex him on the floor. Dragunov looking to return the favor. Oh, God! German suplexes him into the apron. Torpedo Moscow on the floor. Dragunov might have just gotten the win. 4 count. Dunne might lose his Raw debut by countout. Referee, keep counting. There's 5. Pete Dunne staggers back up on the apron, gets back into the ring at 6. And now Dragunov firing away on the number 1 contender. Dragunov knocking him back. Dunne counters Pete Dunne. Roundhouse knocks down Dragunov again. And now Dragunov covered by Pete Dunne. 1, 2, no! Dragunov gets the shoulders up, and now Dragunov's in trouble. Pete Dunne grabs him by the arm. Dunne dragging him away from the ropes now, and Pete Dunne kicks him, turning him over. He grabs Dragunov, who counters. Dragunov pops up. Jawbreaker! Dragunov. Well, Pete Dunne catches him now, and Dunne gets him up. Pete Dunne. Ilja Dragunov. Stun gun! Knocks him down. Getting him back up to his feet now. Pete Dunne. Right hand attempt. Dragunov counters. Dragunov goes for that clothesline again. Pete Dunne caught him, and Dunne redirects him into the corner. Pete Dunne now grabbing onto him again. Dunne ties the leg up. Kicks the leg into the ropes. Dragunov grips at his knee, and Pete Dunne grabs him, kicks him in the ribs, pulls him in, and Dunne. Powerbomb. 1, 2. Ilja Dragunov kicks out. There's a stomp from Pete Dunne. Dragunov back to his feet. Dunne kicks him in the ribs now, and Pete Dunne pulls him in, gets him up. Dragunov counters. Dragunov knocks him back, and Dragunov. Oh, chopped by Dunne. Counter for counter. And now Dragunov. Double underhook from Dunne. Pete Dunne gets him up. Dragunov flips out of it, and Dragunov rolls Pete Dunne through. Covered by Dragunov. The Bruiserweight kicks out. Now Dunne pull himself up. Dragunov. No! Dunne caught him again. Pete Dunne pulls him in. Pops him up. Down he goes into a power bomb. And now Pete Dunne with a stomp to the arm. Dragunov. Running knee strike to the Bruiserweight. Dragunov kicking him in the back now, and Dragunov and Dunne. Oh, they collide. Dragunov hits the ropes. No, went for Torpedo Moscow. Dunne sidestepped. Pete Dunne knocks him back now, and Dunne with Dragunov out to the floor. The Invincible spills to the outside. Pete Dunne grabs onto him, turns him over, and kicks him in the back. Goes for a stomp. Countered. That shot. Counter for counter here. Knocks him back. And, oh, Pete Dunne turns him around. Dunne. Back body drop. Dragunov folds. Pete Dunne grabs onto him now, and Dunne throws him across the ringside area. We're at the count of 5. Dragunov springs back to his feet. A cat and mouse going on here. 6 count. Dragunov. Torpedo Moscow missed again. He threw caution to the wind, and Dunne made him pay. Now Pete Dunne with a stomp. Turns him over, and Dunne grabs onto the legs. Ties up the legs. Surfboard stretch. Is Dragunov going to tap out here? Pete Dunne's got him in trouble. Pete Dunne, oh, Dragunov rolls back through. Pete Dunne into a drop toe hold, knocks him down. Now Dragunov hit his nose hard. That one's going to blur your vision. Dunne with a punch to the face. Turns him around with bitter end. 1, 2, 3. Pete Dunne scores the win. That is a big win for Pete Dunne tonight. There were multiple times where I thought Dragunov had it won, but in the end, your winner, the #1 contender to the WWE Championship, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. Thank you all for watching Monday Night Raw tonight. It's been a hell of a show. I'll see you all tomorrow for AEW Dynamite on the PC version of 2K22. I've been Xander, and that was Universe.